So now that we have established a common language, let's get on and see how we train the strokes themselves. For many, this is the most important phase of learning, and actually it's the only phase of learning. They omit the previous and most of the next phases. Here is just a segment that works in combination with everything else, and everything else makes this portion effective, because as I have been saying again and again, it's a system. So I will show a sequence, a learning sequence now. This is not absolute. What I want you to get is the rationale, is the basic idea. You may deviate, but if you have the general idea, you will know how to do it. So maybe I will show more steps till the final product than necessary. Maybe someone will need less steps. Okay, you have to adjust, you have to adapt to your needs. I want to give you the mechanism of teaching, okay, of training. So, some ideas that have to be referred to now are that we have whole practice and we have part practice. So literature says that whole practice, that is, for example, if I do a backhand, to train all the shots from the beginning, okay? So I just keep on hitting the balls with whole movements. And part practice is that I break the movement into parts with a certain methodology, okay? And for example, I only hit from the contact point, then I hit from the hitting position till the contact point, then I hit from the hitting position till the universal reference point, then I start from the starting position, okay? So, which is best? Of course, literature says that the best is whole practice. However, this doesn't exclude that in order to understand some parts of the movement and in the early phases, we could do some form of part practice, even for a brief moment of time. And part practice is good for you too, to understand how the mechanism works. So now I will focus on part practice and not that much in whole practice. But in your case, it should be the other way around. Okay, so I do some basic things in part practice, and as soon as the learner has a very, very basic grasp, not a proficient understanding, a very basic grasp, I do whole practice as quickly as possible, as early as possible, sorry, okay? Of course, as we will see later in the training spirals, I will have to go and then again and again through basic phases to focus on some areas. So maybe I could even have a pro player doing some stuff with part practice. Okay, it will not be his major concern, but it's very good for understanding some elements of the movement, for basic practice. So it's a tool you will use it in a limited way, but always, not in a limited way in the beginning and never again. So let's see how we start training, okay? And we will keep seeing parts of the system adding up based on this, okay? So, Polícarpe.